Welcome. This is Zangler, the Tesla Semi Advocate, and this Tesla Semi high volume factory video was filmed Friday evening, July 24th. And we have been consigned to just flying around the factory and looking at whatever's new on the outside. And you let me know if you don't think this is one of the most consequential videos in a long time since the building was completed, because it was a Twilight flight. We were able to see a little bit of what's going on the inside. Some very exciting stuff to my mind, and I'd like to know if you agree. Only see two new Atlas semis parked outside, but there are going to be a few surprises. I do not believe I can keep up a voiceover for the entire video, so I may interject some music while we're watching what's going on. This is the BFD, the big freaking door that the new semis are exit the factory for the very first time, and they either maybe go get charged a little bit, and then they get parked here at this little end of line storage area where they have to have their final checks done. All of these new Atlas semis, or the vast majority of them, are being delivered to the Tesla engineering team that is responsible for endurance testing them, because they want to see if this new configuration with its new hardware and new firmware checks out. Now, here's something exciting. We have seen from the gentleman who has been allowed to get a tour of the inside. This is the inspection area at the very end, where the light tunnel. So now we know where that is. If we didn't before, we get a really good look at it. Unfortunately, there's not a Tesla Semi parked in there, but we will see at least one Tesla Semi on the interior of the factory later on in this video, so stay tuned for that. Up there in the top right, behind that little partition, you can see what I believe are some fairings, and we get a better look at it when we come around the building towards the end of the video. At this point, you might be noticing something new and that is the recessed lighting on the section G, the stamping section. Of course, we're going to get a better look at it, but you just got a peek at it just now. We see all of this, these blue-topped crates, mostly blue, sometimes orange, and this whole area was completely packed with production line equipment, and this is some additional production line equipment that's been delivered either to complete the existing line or perhaps add a second line. You can get a better look at the recessed lighting around section G. Don't know if they're going to repeat that or in other areas of the factory, but it does have a good look. And noticed a bunch of trucks here. And this is the entrance, and we're going to get a really good entrance. You can start to see a V-shaped, it looks like a less than sign from this angle, emanating from the top and the bottom of the glass entryway. That is going to form some sort of artistic entrance. Truck parked there doing some sort of delivery of maybe office furniture to the inside. And this is, again, another one of our best looks inside the entryway. And you can see there's a mezzanine on the right and a mezzanine on the left. On the left, it looks like a break area or orientation room, probably a break room, probably maybe both. Interesting lighting right there at that left entrance. Always keeping an eye out on the roof for the semi or iWest letters that the rendering shows on the roof. There's somebody working on the HVAC, cooling equipment. And then here's something new. And I viewed the video all the way through to try to get a little bit more understanding of what we're looking at. I looked at it on a large screen. And this is very interesting. You see that little area that's been cordoned off, a small excavator, and what looks like a trench that may have been dug and filled already. And this might inform us about something. Stick with me on this speculation. That heads over to the area that has recently been cleared and is being worked on right now, and we've thought that perhaps it was going to be a warehouse on wheels. One of the things that I always speculated, and we'll get a look at it here in a minute, is that perhaps it's going to be for a megapack farm. And that's the area right there. They've added some, since the last flight, they've added some stormwater management trenches there. And that underground, or that trench that they potentially dug, looks to me like it's coming over here, and perhaps it's going to be to bring power in from a megapack farm. I always do love the fact that they left that tree. And here's the big dog Tesla semi. Look at all that culvert pipe, which may or may not be going up to that flat area. So what do you think? Do you think perhaps that's going to be a megapack farm? It certainly makes sense for a variety of reasons, mostly so that they don't have to shut down if they lose power, as well as the fact that it makes good environmental sense to have a megapack farm. And then people are constantly asking, where are the solar panels on the roof? I don't believe they're ever going to put solar on the roof of this Tesla semi or Giga Semi factory, but they have plenty of land to put ground-mounted solar. And you might see in the background a Tesla semi bobtail heading down. While I was flying the drone, I saw about 20 Tesla semis coming and going. And at the end of the video, you'll see that I cut it off, but I end up going on a squirrel chase. For a production Tesla semi, production meaning that they're doing real work for the factory, delivering parts and raw materials from other satellite buildings to here and over to Fremont. But in any event, there's a ton of Tesla semis. I would say 80% or more of Tesla's own fleet here in Nevada are now Tesla semis. This is a really interesting section. This is where on the right, the initial stamping takes place, and then they move along this line to the north. And at the very end of here, we have seen the KUKA robots putting all the separate pieces together to make the final cab, which then travels over to the paint shop and gets the coating, gets the dip into the corrosion prevention coating, and then you can get your Tesla semi in any color you want, as long as it's white. As you know, as you probably know, different companies end up wrapping them in their own branded colors, and some of them are extremely attractive. Anyway, inside there are KUKA robots. We'll get a little better look at them. Unfortunately, they were not active at the time. Friday evening, probably getting close to 9 o'clock. And tell me if you don't agree that all of my flights from this point forward should be at dawn or dusk. There's KUKA robots, if you can make them out there, and we'll get a little zoom in on them. But this is where there's a KUKA robot where the stamped pieces get welded together and begin their travels down the carrier and the assembly line. More KUKA robots there. And right there is where the initial cab is formed. Right in that little rectangular area. Bunch of robots there, all cordoned off to keep people away from the robots. Still trying to manifest a tour of the inside of the factory where I could ask a lot of questions. And I do have a unique perspective of having followed this factory construction since the beginning. Since before the beginning. We're coming up the north end of the building. And look, there's a Tesla semi in the background, like I mentioned. This one doing work. That's a production driver, as opposed to an engineering driver. And they don't switch. Production drivers drive production vehicles, delivering parts and raw materials. And the engineering drivers have trailers full of totes or a flatbed with concrete Jersey barriers, and they put miles on the both the initial Arcus version and now the Atlas version. Still a nice little pile of stuff there, a POS. I'm starting to think that these white objects are for fairings. And pretty soon we're going to, there they are, there's fairings right there. So this is the area apparently where the fairings are welded together and wait for the vehicle to come down the line. Probably one of the last things they do is put the fairing on. Going to come in here and take a good look at the fairing. And then I'm going to leave you, and at the end you'll see that I go on a squirrel chase, and that'll be a separate video. And then at the very, very end, stay tuned for that, because there's a beautiful view of the Tesla Semi factory in complete darkness.